The way you'll succeed with SEO in 2025 is completely different than last year's playbook. AI has transformed search as we know it, and here's the good news. It's created massive opportunities for those who adapt quickly. I'm going to show you exactly what's changed and give you 3 future-proof strategies that will put you ahead of 95% of your competitors who are still stuck using outdated tactics. Let's be real about what happened in SEO this past year. First, ChatGPT made it ridiculously easy for anyone to create SEO content at scale. Suddenly, everyone from marketing agencies to small business owners who'd never touched SEO before started pumping out articles. But this created an unexpected problem. The internet got flooded with what I call commodity content, bland, generic articles that lack personality and read like they were written by robots, because they were. Then Google dropped another bombshell with their search experience update. Instead of the traditional list of website results, Google's now giving AI generated answers directly in search results. This had SEO experts freaking out. If AI content is bland and Google won't even show your website anymore, how are you supposed to win? But here's what most people are missing. These changes actually created huge opportunities if you know how to leverage them correctly. An MIT study found that writers using ChatGPT created 40% more content with 18% higher quality than without it. That's great, but it's not enough to help you rank in 2025. Let me show you what's really going on and how to adapt. The core problem with AI content is that it lacks human experience, opinions, and perspective. ChatGPT has never walked in your shoes or solved real-world problems in your industry. But here's the thing, you have, and that's exactly what people are searching for. Here's my exact process for creating content that stands out using AI. So first, we're going to come in here to ChatGPT, and I use this prompt. Act as an SEO content expert. Generate a topical map identifying all of the subtopics Google might need to see in order to consider me an authority in vibe coding and AI app development. And obviously, this is somewhere where you would replace this with your industry. So we'll wait for this to generate. Okay, so that took a little while to generate. I'm using ChatGPT 4.5. If you wanted to go faster, this can obviously be done using a different model like 4.0. That will go a lot faster. And if you want it to put out the best possible results, especially for something like this, where you're looking for a topic map, using deep research is a great way to generate kind of the topic map using the latest trends on the internet. We're going to keep going forward, so it creates that detailed outline. We'll take that. We're going to use Claude for the next step, which is creating a outline for one of the articles. I feel like Claude does a much better of doing more conversational style, more human sounding content generation. So I prefer to use Claude for content generation, but ChatGPT does have the deep research feature and some of those additional features that I feel like do a good job. So we'll just paste the content map into Claude, and it'll paste down here, and I'm referencing it up here. We'll go ahead and click enter, and that will run that to generate an AI article based on those. So you can see it ended up picking one of these out. And one thing I forgot to put in my prompt is for Claude to analyze the topics and see which might have the greatest opportunity for lift initially. But you can see it's creating a general outline. This might be a good pillar article for a website or a blog if you're going to try and rank for search. So you can see it's including these personal experience opportunities in the outline. That's something that you really need to include in your content for your website. Content for your emails. All of your content should include some level of personal touch because, again, customers are looking for you in the product, not just a commoditized product. So we're going to go ahead and copy that and then paste in here and write an article. And then I've instructed Claude to leave areas in the articles in brackets like that, where I can add in personal experiences to increase credibility and readability of the article. Go ahead and run that one. Okay, so that finished. So if we scroll back up to the top, you can see how comprehensive this article is. And again, this would be a great pillar article, but you can see it's also put in sections where it gives you a prompt so that your writing is one paragraph at a time, with a specific prompt to really optimize your ability to share your insights in a relevant manner within an article that's well researched and has more substance than may be comfortable for you to write or really practical for you to write on a consistent basis. So there is an opportunity for AI generated content, but it has to be AI enhanced content, not AI generated content. And again, it included some code, it included all of these places where in the future you'll be able to write more specific articles and link to those things. Again, and another great thing with Google's AI launch is these frequently asked questions. If you want to rank in that AI snippet at the top of Google, using these frequently asked questions to answer the questions that people might be searching for allows Google to index your site in a way that shows that you are answering the questions that people are asking. So you just be able to copy this, go and put it into your WordPress editor or wherever you host your articles, and away you go. This is also a great way to write out value-based email content. The key difference between what I showed you and what everyone else is doing is this. Most people just copy and paste what ChatGPT gives them. That's their mistake and your advantage. So let's talk about how to directly play into Google's move towards AI generated answers. So if you look, you can see this AI generated overview, and then it credits the source below the overview. It has these links that you can click on throughout the article that credit the source, and then you have the sources below. So right now, these are essentially those new featured snippets where they're kind of the people also ask, and studies show that they get clicked about 26% of the time. Anecdotally, I see these more frequently on mobile right now and less on desktop, but Google is launching their AI mode, which will be featured alongside images and videos as a browsing option in their top bar. It's similar to a ChatGPT, but in Google's search. ChatGPT's percent of the search engine market, people searching topics using ChatGPT instead of a search engine like Google or YouTube, grew nearly 7.5 times in 2024. Google's AI mode is a direct answer to that and an effort to regain that portion of the market. It just means that if you're looking to be featured in search, the days of traditional SEO is over. While these are technically still search engines, SEO is evolving more towards a GSO, a generative search optimization, or SEO, search everywhere optimization. So the real question becomes, how do you get featured as the source for these generative answers? A recent test by Ricky at Income School showed that a lot of the same factors that get you featured in snippets also get you featured in these AI snapshots. So here's your optimization checklist for GSO, generative search optimization. Answer questions clearly in your blog post. Use headers that match the question when possible. Be precise, aim for 150 to 300 characters, and include eye-catching images. The images will also be included in some of those AI roundups. And here's a bonus tip. Since AI has become more perceptive and takes multiple factors into account, you can optimize a single post for multiple answer targets, unlike traditional SEO, where you typically have to focus on one primary keyword. Another bonus tip, and this one is for map searches, is ChatGPT is using Bing search. So make sure that your business is listed on both directories. Best practice is to be listed on as many as possible, but especially these two, Yelp and Apple, are kind of the big four when it comes to who's who on map listings. Now, we've talked a lot about AI generated content and blog posts, but there's another search engine that's easier to crack and potentially more valuable for your business, and that's YouTube. Video content isn't likely to be taken over by AI anytime soon, and it builds trust in ways that written content simply can't. Plus, your YouTube videos can rank in both YouTube and Google searches. And when embedded in blog posts, they boost those post rankings potential too. Here's how to optimize optimize your videos for search. Research keywords specifically for YouTube. As Sean Cannell from Think Media would say, answer specific questions, ASQ. As a business owner, you know what your customers are asking you each day. Make videos and answer those questions. Include your target keyword in your title, description, and speak it early in your video. Focus on engagement metrics. Watch time is crucial for YouTube's algorithm, and the goal isn't necessarily to blow up on YouTube, but Google looks at how successful your videos are for ranking purposes, because that's an indicator that they're answering those questions. And having more engaging videos, i.e. longer watch time, is a great indicator. Show your personality. This is what turns viewers into subscribers and eventually customers. People work with business owners they know, like, and trust. Video is a much better way to communicate who you are to your customers and start building that relationship. And while I say video isn't going to be replicated, that general relationship, what makes you you, is what you can bring through on the video. And that's going to be hard to replicate with AI. The best part is that AI can help with every strategy we've covered today. Remember, while everyone else is panicking about AI changing SEO, you now have the strategies to use those changes to your advantage. This video is all about ranking in SERP, or search engine results page. If you're a business owner and you're interested in ranking in maps, something that actually has a direct connection to new inbound leads, check out this other video. Hit subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.